This is where I did the 24-hour stream last year. I'm gonna just take this webcam right here.
Sure.
I'm just going to see. I got this. Oh, that's my closet. That's my little 80-inch, little 80-inch
Little.
TV, 80-inch TV, and those are the familiar couch.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the couch where we all gamed last year, and many
Hmm.
moments happened last year, like where my friend Tipsy picked up my friend Steven, and he just kind of like did this weird awkward pose thing. I'll probably edit it and post like that shot of
Sure.
him doing that
Sure.
weird thing.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, like I said, yeah, this is the game room. I call this. I refer to this as Studio B, and yeah,
Nice.
because All right, all right, all right. Let's switch gears. Let's go ahead and do some plugs. So
Sure.
I know you wanted to talk about Extra Life,
Oh,
and
yes.
I want to go ahead and give you the floor. Go for it.
Thank you. For those who are listening, for those who are within the sound of my voice, Extra Life is a charity that calls upon gamers of all types to band together and to raise money to help sick kids. More specifically, for nuts and bolts purposes, Extra Life is a charity that's sort of under the umbrella, well, it's not sort of, it is under the umbrella of the Children's Miracle Network Foundation, okay, under the network. And it was several years ago that there was a sick child, and to support the parents, but also to support the child, to support the family, a bunch of gamers got together and they raised money for this person, Tori. I think her name was Tori, Victoria Tori, and and it caught on, and somewhere along the line, Children's Miracle Network caught wind of this, and they were like, "This is unbelievable," because these people, they were just like playing Halo 2 or something for like 48 hours, whatever it was. I'm not sure what the details are exactly on that. But Children's Miracle Network was like, this was awesome. And so they adopted the model and they kind of built it into what Extra Life is today. And I'm sorry, my brain's a little fuzzy right now. It's kind of getting late. I'm still with it, but I can't bring all these things without looking on my phone. I don't want to get distracted. But now Extra Life is in its whateverth year, and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars have been raised gamers all around the world to support the work of Children's Miracle Network hospitals, specifically those hospitals in the United States and Canada, and some of the hospitals have international programs. So they're in the U.S., but they, have a special like emphasis patients or sending doctors to international locations, that kind of thing. How does Extra Life work? It's really, really simple. You go to extra-life.org, link in the description, and then you sign up. Now, it just so happens that we are part of the Kind of Funny community. It's no surprise. You already know we're going to say it. And guess what? There's a team Kind of Funny. Last year, Team Kind of Funny placed 10th out of 6,521 teams overall, I think, worldwide. Now, let's just say the bottom 2,000 teams didn't raise any money at all, and someone just wanted to start a team. That's fine. So let's just say that the Kind of Funny placed 10th out of 4,521 teams. That's still impressive. And we raised just under $55,000 for a myriad of children's hospitals. It was an amazing moment for Kind of Funny because it was our first year participating in Extra Life as Kind of Funny. Kind of Funny was founded that January, and I sent an email to Greg and I said, "Hey man, I know that you guys have participated in Extra Life in the past. Do you think we could do it for Kind of Funny?" And he said, "Yes." And so he said, "Fuck yes, absolutely." That's what he said exactly. That was like the whole email. Like I sent the email and he responded. It was like Extra Life hyphen fuck yes. And I was like, okay. And and so I set the team up and I was the team captain last year. And then we got 10th place. There's a plaque in their studios in San Francisco and you see it every now and then on the live streams and stuff. And so we came back and we're going back at it harder than before because we want to go beyond. We want to go
Yeah.
beyond. Uh, I'm so used to beyonding my own beyonds because I'm the only person on these podcasts that like knows what it is, and so people are like, "Why do you say that when I say beyond?" And I was like, "It's a long story. I don't know what to tell you." But so thank you for that. Um, this year we're back, and we are going. We are we are looking to, and we are going to go beyond that. That thank you that performance last year. I'm
So,
really glad. Oh, go ahead, please.
did you? I remember you doing like either it was either an update video or it was a post. I don't remember which one it was, but I want to say
Hmm.
video.
Sure.
And I think you were saying you had like the balls to say that we are going to raise the same amount of money um, as we did last year, but with just the fans, like outside
Yeah.
of Greg and them, because Greg and Colin did what 50% and we did the other 50%.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, basically, the last year the team goal was $25,000.
right.
And which people were like, "You are out of your mind," and I said, "No, I am in my mind, and get out of here." And we did. We went beyond that, above and beyond, like 28,000 before the event day ever came. Okay, and then it arrived, and then through the official Kind of Funny live stream, we went to 55.
Okay.
So we doubled it. And
And
so I said, I was like an idiot. I should never have said it, but I did say it, and we're going to do it. We're going to try. And
so
and
you
that was
want
to,
so you want the fans to do what it took all of them to do just to
yeah,
and then the cherry on top is Greg and Colin doing their stuff and then adding to that. So
precisely.
that's
And
exactly.
so
And so you're still standing by it.
I hope that we can. I will say, I'm sorry to use my phone. I'm sorry, but I want to look this up so I get the numbers right. I'll tell you where we are right now as of 11:54 Eastern on September 23rd. We currently have raised. Let me refresh the browser. We've currently raised $4,693. So someone just made $100, like from like I just
Hmm.
refreshed the page and it was $100 higher than it was. So we're at $4,693.09. That puts us in 34th place overall out of 3,108 teams. We have 121 team members. We've received 102 donations. The average of donation is $46.01, and the largest donation is $1,437 overall. And that was from me actually.
Oh,
I put on a rummage sale at the church where I work, and we split the money. Half went to the church and half went to Extra Life. So we did about
nice.
3,500. Excuse me, we did about $3,500 there, so that was awesome. But it will be surpassed. I know it will be. One of our team members, Benoit Comont, who works at WB Montreal, as a matter of fact, in Canada. He does a fundraiser every year, a poker tournament, and last year I think he brought in like $1,800 or $1,900, but this year he was thinking that he would had enough participants that he would have enough participants to double it. So he's looking at like close to $3,000 from that one fundraiser alone. And that's the thing, like where you buy in and then all the money goes into the pot, and then first place. I think it's like first place only is the paid one, but the first place person gets half the pot, and the other half goes to Extra Life. And so apparently it's a riot. I mean, it's like WB Montreal, the game studio, and then like it's all of them there just playing poker and having fun. So that's awesome. Thank you, Benoit, and everyone on the team, all 121 of you who are working to see that through. We are ahead now of where we were at this time last year by far, and so. And I remember, I think I've said last time I was on the podcast that most of the donations come in 3 to 5 weeks before the actual event, but certainly like the last 3 weeks is when it gets really intense, and people on the team will hear from me then about like really ringing the bells of social media to get people involved. So if I can rewind like 10 minutes, team Kind of Funny, we're back at it. We're excited for this year. How do you join? kindoffunny.com/extra life in the description below, and basically if you've already signed up for Extra Life and you're hearing this, It's not too late to join. Leave whatever loser team you're a part of now. And I'm kidding, teasing. Actually, I'm surprised. On the Facebook page, I talked to a lot of people. Like, I just ambush people in these comment threads. I'm like, you would be good for Extra Life. Come here, and then they join. And Andrew joined today. Andrew Vinci, thank you, Andrew. He joined because I ambushed him. Now I always lure him in with platinum talk. We talk about trophies and platinums, and I was like, "You have a lot of platinums. You must really game a lot." Oh yeah, I play. Oh well, have you ever gamed for 24 hours? Oh yeah. Well, but how about do it for charity? Oh sure. And then it's a hook, line, and sinker every time. But we got to get creative about these things, you know. If you're already signed up, you can just switch over to Team Kind of Funny. If you have not even thought about Extra Life at all, kindoffunny.com/extra life will take you to our official team page. There's a bunch of text, and then there's a video from me at the bottom. It's like 16 minutes long, and you listen to my fat face talk about Extra Life. But if you have no idea what Extra Life is or what Team Kind of Funny is about, it might be helpful to get you a little more familiar with the whole process. If you kind of know what Extra Life is and you know what you're going to do, but you have no idea how to fundraise, that may also be a benefit to you. So I would urge you to go check that out. And just to get started, it is not too late. And this is a really important part that some people kind of get mixed up on. The official game day, the official Extra Life day is Saturday, November 5th, but you can receive donations until midnight December 31st. Okay. So up until the stroke of midnight when 2017 begins, you can receive donations. And so if you're hearing this message right now from me on this podcast, thank you for listening. But also, it is not too late to sign up. You could do your 24-hour live stream today, or you could do it Christmas Eve, or you could do it New Year's Eve. Okay. So it is not too late. They have made it really open to get as many people in as possible. So do not hesitate to reach out to me on Twitter or through the kind of funny Facebook group if you have questions. And certainly, I mean, what do you have planned for this year? What are you thinking about?
All right. So first, yes, in addition to everything that's going to be in the description, my fundraiser page will be in the description.
Awesome.
So even if you are not a Twitch streamer and you don't do that, if you don't want to, fundraise, you can at least just throw funds to my page or Eric's page. They'll both be there. Just or Kind of
Thank
Funny's
you.
page. When I mean, like I
I've
said,
already, let me interrupt you. I'm sorry. I normally wouldn't interrupt you, but I've already reached my fundraising goal. And
oh,
so I would appreciate that donation, but by all means, send it along to someone or go onto the team page and look through the roster and find someone who doesn't have any money at all and donate to them just to encourage them. But,
yes, yes.
yeah, thank you for mentioning me. I appreciate that.
Yes, like I said, I think I mentioned this on the last podcast where if I do get leet, like the 1,137 like leet, that I would shave this hair all bald, just be completely 100% bald. I will do it, and
Oh
not
my
only will I
gosh.
do it, I will post, I will change my Facebook and my Twitter profile picture to my bald face and head. Like I will shave and yeah, I'll get rid of it all and I'll do it. So that's a little extra incentive. If you guys wanna, if you guys wanna throw money my way, I'll totally do it for charity.
That is outstanding. Thank you for that. That is almost as gutsy of me going out there and saying we're going to raise $50,000 in the next 5 weeks. Um, so the part that I kind of skimmed over, but I mentioned it was that uh, in Extra Life you play games for 24 hours. Now, if I can feel it through the microphone. I can feel the vibration. Someone already saying, "But I can't play for 24 hours. I have to work. I have obligations, or I have a family, or I have children to feed." Relax. If you want to do two 12-hour sessions, that's fine. If you want to do four, whatever the fuck the math is, sessions, that's fine. Or
For
you
eight
want to do one,
hours or
thank you.
yeah, or
Yeah, 8, 16, 24. So three
six
8-hour,
six
or
hours.
4 6 hours.
Yeah, 4 6 hours.
All this Game of
Or
Thrones basic arithmetic talk is
either four
nothing
six hours or 3 8 hours. There you go. Either which way, that's 24 hours.
or 2 12s, and however you want to do it, okay. But no, there's no game police, okay. There's no Extra Life police. There's no Eric Thompson looking through your window in the middle of the night outside of what how much I would normally do it, you know. And so don't worry about that. Like it's not a big deal if you can't do it all. Some people do, some people don't. Most people do. And you don't have to stream, by the way. That is not a requirement. That's some people do that, and certainly with the PS4, it's easy to hit the share button, but you do not have to stream if you don't want to. Um, so the stream element of it is that you sign up, you raise money either beforehand or during your live stream, and then that's it. And so last year we had all kinds of craziness all across the kind of funny verse or the best friend verse with what
And
people
I
did on their
was
live
and
streams.
I was part of it.
That's the fun
Yeah.
of it is going on the website and going on the pages and I'm just sweating down here, it's hot, is the fun of watching what different people will come up with. And so I mean you have the reins, but if I could ask you, would you tell the listeners what you did last year and what you plan to do this year?
All right. So last year I was Twitch streaming off of the Wii U and the PS4. I even threw in a little bit of Dreamcast in there. So last year it was just me and my friends. I had four of them. It was me and four of us for the. It was the five of us. We rocked out the whole 24 hours, and then I had other friends that were coming and going that were just there for like 5 6 hours, you know.
Yeah.
So it was just basically like this constant rotation where the stream was going. We played what's it, Mortal Kombat X. We played Marvel vs. Capcom on Dreamcast.
Hmm.
We played Smash Wii U. Of course, you got to do that. And we played Runbow. We played Nintendo Land.
Hmm.
We played at night. We got to the scary nighttime. We played PT.
Very nice, very nice.
Yes, yes. And this year we're gonna do another like midnight, like late night scary game session. So we're either gonna do, or maybe do either one or the other or both. But we're probably gonna do the Resident Evil demo. We're gonna play Until Dawn. Until Dawn. And then what else?
That's very clever,
Yes.
and that wouldn't be so bad if you started at midnight. You could get through at least a one playthrough. I think. I don't know. Are they that long? I don't think they're very long. Are they? Those the playthrough something like 7 hours, five to
Yeah.
7 hours. If
Yeah.
if you like go, if you're just zoom, then I think you can get through it pretty quick.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to do a lot more in terms of the games. I don't think we had a lot of games going on. I think we had Mario Maker going on.
Hmm.
We took Twitch chat with blew up when we finally put Mario Maker on because for some other reason Twitch loves Mario Maker. So all of a sudden I got viewers like just coming in me. So I might have to focus and pivot a lot on Mario Maker
Yeah. Sure.
because
Yeah.
the chat loves to just throw out codes to play for us to play on the chat. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so I would probably try to do that. But other than that, we're gonna this year, I do plan on doing a lot more retro gaming, just in general, because like I think I had my retro setup because that's why I played the Dreamcast. That was the only thing retro we did. Other than that, it was all modern, and so I wanna do a good 50-50 split, at least as
Mm.
far as itinerary goes. Maybe like 2 hour sessions per game at max.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're still planning on having, I mean, a big group of friends over and all of
This,
that.
oh, so yeah, last year the five was the five of
Hmm.
us. It's the same five. Everyone's coming back. Everyone's gonna come back from out of town, from where they're coming from, specifically for that weekend, for
Oh,
this
great.
for this for
That's
this
fun.
event.
And so you're going to do it on the 5th then on the official game day.
Yes, official game day. I believe we're gonna do 8 a.m. Central.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
that's the plan. Otherwise, you can follow me on Twitter and you can keep it locked, and
Yo.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll uh, I'll update that. Otherwise, everything
Yeah.
is everything is still on time as far as that plan. That's the plan I said 2 months ago to my friends. That's the time we agreed, and nothing's changed so
Excellent.
far. Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, what you have described is a recipe for the best kind of live stream for you and for the viewer. Um, One, because you're not alone, and it's tough. I've done four, there are three 24-hour marathons, like live or like broadcast. It's not easy. Because you have to kind of be on. Now, if you were playing a game and you didn't stream any audio or video and you were just playing leisurely, that'd be one thing. But effectively, you're doing like a 24-hour podcast,
Right.
with live gameplay. So for me, the one hurdle that I have to overcome first and foremost is who is going to be with me. Now, because I live in a place where I don't have too many friends here, I've only been here for like a year, then it's hard for me to have friends I can rely on for that. But I have many kind of funny type friends,
Hmm.
best friends, who are in the chat and who stay with me. Some stay with me the whole time, or some,
Like Zyger.
yeah,
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 like
and
Zyger.
he pops in mine, but someone like him who
Yeah.
is faithful and will stay with you and to talk with you, and yeah, like they're off doing something else, or they work from home on their computer, and so they're working, but they pop over and they click on your window every 5 minutes just to see what's going on. Are you doing okay? Stand up and stretch. Did you drink water in the last 15 minutes, whatever? And so, um, and then like when you're having fun, they laugh with you, and when you're tired, they encourage you. I mean, it makes a big difference. So you having those people there with you in person is awesome because you share that camaraderie, and then certainly when donations come in, you celebrate together and rejoice together, and that's a lot of fun. And then the diversity of games is awesome too, because then if you can have that schedule somewhere on there, then people know, like, if you don't like this, we'll come back in 5 hours and we'll have Mario Maker or whatever it is. And I think that's really positive. My plan is exactly the opposite of yours. So it will be, and so that's why it's good that I've raised all my money, because no one's going to watch me. Um, it'll be just me upstairs, probably, hopefully not down here in my dungeon, but hopefully upstairs again.
Oh yeah.
And um,
Sorry to interrupt, but I was like, yeah, you reminded me. This is where I did the 24-hour stream last year. I'm gonna just take this webcam right here.
sure.
I'm just going to see. I got this. Oh, that's my closet. That's my little 80-inch
Little.
TV, 80-inch TV, and those are the familiar couch. The
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the couch where we all gamed last year, and
Hmm,
many
hmm.
moments happened last year, like where my friend Tipsy picked up my friend Steven, and he just kind of like did this weird awkward post thing. I'll probably edit it and post like that shot of
Sure,
him doing that
sure.
weird thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, like I said, yeah, this is the game room. I refer to this as Studio B, and yeah,
Nice.
because you know.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry to interrupt. Go
No,
ahead,
no, no, no.
continue.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you got that. I mean, that's a great setup. So that's ideal too. But I'll be alone, and maybe some friends will come over and we'll play like board games, and I'll just tilt the camera down, and unlike we'll go to like the studio or something and just tilt the camera down, maybe. Or I was thinking, as you know, Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens exists, and I've platinumed every Lego game I've ever played. So I have 28 platinums, and at least 10 of them I think are from Lego games. Let's see. Well, I don't want to do it. Well, let's try it. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit.
Star Wars, Star Wars.
No, I haven't played those.
Oh,
Um, the movie, the video game, Avengers, the other one, the DC, whatever it's called, Batman 3, Beyond Time. Yeah. Uh, just anyway, I've platinumed them all that I've played.
hmm.
And so I thought, and I looked on some review sites, and they said that it looks like you could probably get through the platinum. Well, a lot of them said like 22 to 28 hours. And so my live stream was going to be me platinuming Star Wars Force Awakens in one sitting. Okay.
Oh,
I mean, I'm going to stand up, but you know what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah, yeah.
And because I've done it enough times, I know the rhythm. Like your first playthrough, you do this. Then the second playthrough, you do this. And then like your third playthrough is no missions at all and just missions in the hub. And the fourth playthrough is mopping up. And so I feel like the first part of the live stream would be awesome because then we're just in the campaign we're just in the game and it's fun and it's Star Wars and the music and everything is awesome. But then after that, oh damn, it is a grind and it sucks. And I just don't know if that would be fun for anyone. Why would anyone watch me do that? Look for all these red bricks and shit, you know? I just but that's what you have to do. I mean, that's anyone who's platinum the Lego game knows, like that's how it is. There's no other way around it. Like you just have to grind it out. That's where they all are. The Hobbit was the worst by far. Um, Lego, the movie, the video game, whatever, that one was the easiest. Uh, so I don't know. What do you think? I mean, would you watch that for 24 hours, or would you watch for like 8 hours and then wish I would do something else?
How active are you on the chat? Like, are you able to like talk to the
I'll,
chat while
oh
you're?
yeah, I'll talk the whole time.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. I mean, that's really what it's about. It's just about being engaged. So if you have an audience, even if it's a small audience, as long as you're making conversation with them, and that's all, that's fine. As a matter of fact, last year I really didn't play a lot. Last year during the
Oh
24
yeah,
hours, like
yeah.
I did play some, but not like a terrible lot because I was basically since I'm the technical guy. For whatever reason, like since I'm the one running everything,
Sure.
I mean, I was pretty much the only person that I trusted to run my equipment, and
Yeah, of course.
so I was basically just talking to the chat the whole time. Like majority of the time, I was sitting right here in front of my laptop, like in front of the webcam, and I was just talking to the chat, and then there you go, and then giving shout outs to the donations, things like that. So
Hmm, hmm,
that was most of my focus was just to make sure the day was running smoothly. So.
hmm.
I may end up doing that. I mean, I might just jump on the controller for real quick for a couple of things, and then
Yeah, yeah.
for the most part, yeah. Unlike last time around, like just to throw it back to my my Smash Bros tournament, that was basically like a soft launch of the 24-hour stream because that was a separate thing unto itself. I'd I guess I'll put it up here on post on screen. Right here it is, and it's like
Boom.
the it was just a Twitch stream. It was for a good 11 hours. We played Smash Bros. I got fourth place, and yeah, it was just a fun time. And so unlike that time, like I was busy in the bracket and not being on cam. This time around, I'm just gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna be mostly on cam and then sometimes on the controller. So
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
that's pretty much the plan. So
I I mean, I think I would enjoy your stream more than mine, only because there's more to do and your friends are beautiful and they're prettier than me and so are you. And so
oh my god.
but then again, I mean, I think it's just what a person would like, but I appreciate what you said because it does give me courage that if I have a good sense of keeping involved with the chat, like it'll be better for me, and then there will be more incentive for them to stay. So
Exactly.
we can not, I mean, not to donate necessarily, because really, I mean, I don't have to ask for money at all because I made my goal. I still will because I still want to give money to the only other goal I have in mind is that overall I think I've raised like $4,700 for Extra Life, and I thought maybe like I would bump the goal up just so I could get like that like $5,000 number. So like over the 3 years I've done it, I've raised $5,000 total. That would be cool. So I mean, I still ask for donations, but that's not going to be a big part of it. It's just like here we are, we're playing, we're having fun, we're talking about the hospitals, we're playing Star Wars, so why not Star Wars? And so that's what I'm looking forward to. But I mean, certainly the capstone to this whole thing is if you're listening and you're interested, and I hope that you are, and we've not, lulled you to sleep on this idea, extralife.org or kindoffunny.com/extralife
Oh,
in the description below.
and the last
Um,
thing here I want to say is a big thank you to Greg Miller for featuring
uh,
me on their 24-hour stream when they hosted me, and
yep.
that was really awesome. And then Zyger was on both chats, and he pointed to himself and the arrows like dual chat, and then it was all cool and funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
anyway, said but
They,
hey,
they they hosted me too, and it was just crazy.
oh
I
yeah,
don't even know what I was doing. I was playing I don't know. I think I was playing Borderlands. Oh, I remember. I was playing Borderlands 2, and I went into that secret Mario room that you get like down in the whatever it's called, and then I gave away a game. Because
oh
we played 20 questions like they do on Game Scoop. You know what I'm talking about
yeah,
from
yeah, I know.
Scoop, and so I gave away. And actually, I'll still give away a bunch of games over the course of the stream, and so we played 20 questions, and then I went into the Mario room, and it was like, it went from like 4 people to like 75 people like that, and I was like,
Yes,
what is happening?
yes, that's exactly
And
what
then
happened.
like then the contest was over, and they all left, but it was fine. Like I didn't care about that. It was just fun to be featured, and I really appreciated that. It was a lot of fun.
All right. So hey, out of time. I had my phone was blowing up, and I got some messages, so I have to cut it here. Just like
Sure.
just like last time, we always got to cut you short.
Well, it is late here.
Oh yeah, it's like
So
past
it
midnight
is
over there.
it's 12:17. I have to be
And
up for work at 7.
yes. Not to
So
mention, I'm sorry, we had a late start, technical difficulties, just like last year.
yes,
It's
indeed.
like the
So
curse
we'll
that we
see what
have.
happens in 2017. But no, it was a delight to be with you again. And of course, I mean,
Talk.
anything I can do, for you or for the channel, for the YouTube channel, or anything, I want to do that. But yeah, I'm just so glad to. I'll plug the other podcasts in a moment,
Mhm.
but I'm glad to be on a gaming podcast and talk with, I mean, obviously you're just uh, um, a denizen of video gameness. Maybe not an expert. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but your passion is your expertise.
Mhm.
That's what Saint Augustine said. He said experience is the arbiter of truth. It's through our experience we know what's true. And so you don't have to be an expert in video games, but if you feel it in your guts and you feel it in your heart in such a strong way, you are an expert of sorts, at least
Yeah,
in yourself. And so I appreciate sharing talk with you. I mean, I didn't know we were going to get into Game of Thrones like that. So I apologize, but I'm glad like you said, to have someone to gush with, to
yeah,
vent over with, that's a lot of fun. Yeah.
of course. All right, so be sure to like this video, give us a thumbs up, and share us with your friends. Subscribe for more content. I'll be putting up a Let's Play by the end of this week. So, because I had one previously in the can, that's going to go up. And as for the podcasts, I will be doing an update video separately to let you know what's going on with the podcasts. And this is not over for me. My YouTube career is not over. I will still be making videos, so stay tuned. And
Do you,
Eric, go
do you
for it.
mind if I plug my
Go
my
for it. Yeah, no,
podcast? Would you mind?
I
Yes.
was
Okay.
literally throwing it to you. Yeah.
I, I was just getting. I was like, oh, here it comes. At the end is near. I better get in there
No,
and
no,
jump
no,
in there.
no.
So
I
thank you.
was actually about to say, Eric, over to you. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. And so I'm the last time I was on the show with the dope ass intro music, the bling or whatever it was. I was in my office at work, and in some respects I've downgraded to my basement, with my pillar walls, my cinder block walls,
It almost looks like
but
you're podcasting in a jail cell, by the way. Kind of
uh,
like, you know how like in jail,
live
like
from
yeah,
live from Folsom. Yeah, right.
yeah.
And but I have upgraded, and I have this lovely Yeti microphone, which seems to be working well for me. Hopefully, it sounds good on your end.
It does.
But thank you. And so I'm looking at having starting two podcasts. One we've recorded the first episode for, and that's called The Catholic Forge. Now, I've been a very naughty boy and used some bad words on this podcast. And I'm sorry. I hope you won't consider me a hypocrite. But The Catholic Forge is a conversational podcast between myself and my friends John and Ben, where we gather as husbands. We're all husbands and we're all dads, and we talk about our faith, but also about a myriad of issues that kind of influence our lives. And so we only have one episode in the can so far. But if you want to learn more, you can go to thecatholicforge.com or follow us on Twitter at Catholic Forge. And you can search for us on Facebook by searching at The Catholic Forge, or just punching The Catholic Forge into the search bar. The Catholic, Catholic Forge, as in something the metal, like
Hmm.
in Lord of the Rings.
And
The
I will of course be putting everything
Thank
down
you.
below as
The
well.
the other podcast, which is only an idea, and I might be recording a test episode with my friend Michael tomorrow night, is the exact same podcast I contemplated with you a year ago when I was on this show, and that's the hypothetical
Oh
question
yes.
podcast.
Oh my
And
God.
so it took a lot of time to find someone who I could do it with, who was kind of the right person. And Michael was the person I mentioned in the video last year, my friend who I would talk with for hours and hours as he would play, Modern Warfare, and I would sit on the porch and chain smoke or whatever. And so I got the microphone, and then I figured out a lot of the technology for the Catholic Forge. And I said, Michael, I think if you just want to jump on your laptop, we can try a test episode. It's not going to sound like This American Life, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be usable, and we can at least go from there. And so tomorrow night we're gonna record I mean, technically it's a technical test, but it'll be the test recording for The Question Is. And the only place that you could find anything about The Question is on Facebook at The Question Is. I haven't gone any further than that. There probably won't be a website. I'm actually probably not going to upload it to iTunes at all or anything. I'll probably just do the audio under a still image on YouTube. I mean, honestly, like, YouTube is massive. It's the world's second most used search engine besides Google, and so the drawback there is that for people on the go, it's not as friendly unless you ripped the MP3 from YouTube, which you can do through second parties or third party software.
Or if you're
And
subscribed
so
to YouTube Red, and you can just
if
download it.
if you did that, that's true. You could do that,
Yeah.
but we're not dependent on anyone doing that
Yeah.
necessarily. I'm not going to do
No,
that.
no. YouTube Red lets you download to your videos
Oh,
to
I
your
know, I know.
device.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you subscribe to it, yeah.
Yes.
But like,
Yes.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ask anyone to do that to listen to our
Oh
podcast.
yeah. Yeah.
But
Of course. Of course.
but but it seems like that's not a bad way to go, and it saves a lot of trouble, not having to interface through SoundCloud or Stitcher or iTunes or anything. So for right now, it's The Question Is the title, and you can find us on Facebook, and theoretically, yes, on Twitter, and I'll just send the information along.
All right. Cool.
Or I'm hoping that in the future, because it was here on Musing with Menchaca that the idea came to, that it was first revealed to the world.
And we did it. We did the first couple of questions
And
too.
we did that.
Yes.
Hopefully you would be among our very, very first guests if you're willing. And so,
Of course.
so we'll do a crossover episode with you and Michael and myself, and that would be a lot of fun. So
course,
the
I'm down.
Catholic Forge, yes, the Catholic Forge, and The Question Is, I'm just trying some things. I enjoy podcasting. I'm learning. I think I'm getting better at it. And so I just want to kind of try a couple things. So that's where I am. And as mentioned at the top of the show, you can follow me on Twitter at EDF Thompson. I have a YouTube channel, but it's inconsequential, so don't bother with that. Twitter will do for now. Thank you.
All right. Well, as always, thank you very much, Eric, for joining me on this
Oh, my
podcast.
pleasure.
And let's see, just the one last plug, just for iTunes. You made me forget. Or actually, you reminded me that I forgot that at the end, whenever this YouTube video is up, the iTunes will be up as well. So there you go. Thank you very much, audience, for making us a part of your day. I am your host, Lewis, signing out.